Fox News Live. Basically, it's just a car fire out here. This is going to be in the Arcadia area, westbound 210 freeway. Right by Baldwin. It's actually, this car was in a backup already. There was a fatal accident probably about a quarter mile up the road. This is not a collision. This is just a car that caught fire. You got some officers, probably LAPD, on their way to work this morning. They stopped. They've got their blinkers out. Right now, the issue is fire department's having trouble getting to it, probably because of all the backup from that fatal accident earlier this morning. Again, it's car fire, middle of the road out here, 210 freeway westbound in the Arcadia area.
All right, huge shout out and thank you to Fox 11 Los Angeles' Stu Mundell talking and giving us a little bit more information on what we are seeing in their shot right now. Some really wild video of this car that just seemed to have caught fire while backed up in traffic on that morning commute. We're approaching the top of the 6 a.m. hour out there, so you could see just people trying to drive around it. It's not impacting traffic too much, but right now we don't see any EMS or anybody around it. You heard Stu say that they are on their way, but hopefully there was nobody inside. And again, just a really wild video to bring you here on Live Now from Fox. Raw, unfiltered, breaking news right in front of your face. That is the really cool part of our show. And it's who we are and what we do. So wanted to bring it to you here this morning. You could see quite a bit of smoke coming from those flames. Again, people just trying to drive around it. LA traffic is definitely something out there. So the fact that even a car fire can't really stop anybody on that commute, that just says something. But hopefully, it does look like we have some red lights pulling up. Yes, we've got some first responders on the way. It does look like a fire truck just came up. And for some more background information, we are getting some info to our Live Now from Fox desk from our Fox 11 Los Angeles team. The car was backed up due to a fatal crash that had just happened moments ago. So again, unlikely what caused the crash, but also unlikely what's caused this fire. And you can see those flames really overtaking that vehicle. It does look like the front hood of the car is starting to melt to the ground. We'll be interested to see how first responders kind of approach this vehicle. Probably going to use some hoses, some fire extinguishers. As you can see, those flashing lights to the left-hand side of your screen, they did just roll up on this scene. It looks like they're breaking out the hoses right there. Let's watch the action here for just a moment.
Oh, there goes the airbags. .45, copy.
All right, so first responders taking out the hose and really trying to get these flames under control. Right before they did that, you saw the airbags kind of explode due to the heat and the flame. You can honestly see it happening right now.
On the other side.
So also just to be aware, if you're just joining our coverage, this shot is coming courtesy of Fox 11 Los Angeles. They have a chopper reporter out there, Stu Mundell. He just did a little report for us, audio only, obviously. But so this car, this is in the Arcadia, California area, first of all, on the 210. If you are joining us from the California area and you happen to know where this is. So there was actually a fatal accident that happened right down the road. You could, wow, look at these explosions explosions. Look at these flames. Look at that smoke. This is raw, unfiltered breaking news right in front of your faces on this Wednesday morning. Lots and lots of smoke coming up into the air right now as first responders hose down this vehicle. But again, some background information as to what we are looking at right now. So this car was backed up in traffic due to a fatal accident that happened just a little bit down the road. And all of a sudden it caught fire. Right before first responders got here, it was melting literally the whole portion of the front vehicle. And now you can see they arrived on scene, hosing down the vehicle. We have no idea right now if there was anybody inside. Hopefully not. When we initially got these shots, we did not see another person or anybody get out of the car. But look at that full shot that they are giving us right now. Now this incident backing up traffic once again. Again, this car was already backed up from a fatal accident. So the morning commute in Los Angeles is definitely impacted by these accidents, these incidents happening on this road this morning. First a fatal accident tragically, and now a car fire where we are still unaware if there is anybody inside. We're going to continue to keep in touch with our Fox 11 Los Angeles partners, but you can see that backup leading up all the way to them putting out the flames right now.
Oh, they're getting water on the magnesium. Woo! Freddie, good call on waiting here.
Again, everybody, so that is the voice of chopper reporter out for Fox 11 Los Angeles, Stu Mundell, in touch with his producers. His producer also keeping us here at Live Now from Fox informed on what is going on. So again, if you are just joining our coverage, good morning. Thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. Definitely some interesting action happening out there on the West Coast, only a little after 6 a.m. out there in Arcadia, California. You could see first responders hosing down and trying to take down the flames of this car fire that erupted. Well, apparently this car was sitting backed up on its morning commute because of a fatal accident that happened just down the road less than an hour ago. So for a moment, the flames were really engulfing this entire vehicle. As soon as first responders rolled up, the front portion of the car had basically melted down. There were some explosions as the flames were getting bigger and bigger. I guess it was the airbags, the magnesium, and you can still see some sparks right there. Let's listen in and let's continue to listen in to see if Stu Mundell is making some more commentary. Stu Mundell quiet out there for a moment, but you can still see these firefighters hosing down the vehicle, some sparks going off from the flames that had already engulfed this vehicle. Lots and lots of smoke rising when it was first on fire. There was a lot of black smoke going into the air. Now, at first, when this car was first on fire, before first responders came to the scene, people were literally just driving around it. Now, I was mentioning how LA traffic is definitely something, so nobody was letting a car fire impact their commute. They were literally just kind of swerving around it and continuing to move forward on this interstate. For those that are joining us from the area and you do know where this is, our Fox 11 Los Angeles team has informed us that this is on the 210 West and Baldwin. And now, as you can see, it looks like the flames are getting under control. Lots of smoke there. It does appear that they got these flames more and more under control. Now just a lot of smoke, but terrible to see that this car has basically melted down to the ground. The flames had basically engulfed the entire vehicle when we first got the feeds coming in from this chopper. At this point, about 20 minutes ago. So a lot has happened in a very short amount of time. First responders did roll up to the scene pretty quickly. I want to say from when we first got this feed to when they arrived, it was about 5 minutes. And like I was mentioning at first, when this car caught fire, a lot of people were just swerving around it. But hopefully in the next couple of minutes, they'll pan out once again and show you the fact that traffic is now backed up as they get this incident under control. You can see that they have traffic cones out there. Don't know how long this could be backed up, but again, if you're just tuning into our coverage, we did learn that the whole reason the car was backed up in the first place when it caught fire was because of a fatal accident that happened just a little bit earlier this morning. No idea on what could have caused this fire. We don't have any information on if there were people inside. Hopefully there weren't, but you know, we didn't see anybody get out of the vehicle, didn't see anybody standing on the side of the highway. All you can see is first responders right now. So hopefully this is not fatal. But